in your personal life, have you ever felt like you needed therapy?
So in my program, they encouraged us to go to therapy.
What program? Is that in school?
Yes, my master's program.
Okay.
They actually said, we encourage you guys to have therapy. Therapists should have therapists. And we don't live in a perfect world. Do I think that it's impossible to get it? No, but I can say that it's not always, that doesn't always happen. You think that always happens?
I mean, I'm a firm believer too. Like, what you put out, you get back in. You know what I mean? What you put in it, you'll get back. So, I mean, I know there's times that I bullshitted, procrastinated, playing games.
Yeah.
I mean, even like this, I love talking to people. I'm a social butterfly, but like I love engaging in meaningful conversations, trying to understand somebody, just to have that dialogue, because little do they know, I'm taking bits and pieces so I can prove in those areas myself.
Absolutely.
If I'm lacking or when something arises, like I know how to maneuver and handle it. Like, hey,
I'm gonna give you an example. So let's say your mom say your room is dirty, right? Oh, it's her house. She got a dog in a fight, right? So of course she don't want it to look like that because she got to see it every day. One of your friends come over and they like, girl, your room look a mess. Now you're like, oh shoot. Like there's more credibility there. Because it's the outside person. They have no dog in a fight. They don't, like it's totally different. So it's the same way with therapy. Like when you go to a therapist, if a therapist is saying the same thing your mom is saying or a friend is saying, it's going to hit you a little different.
Gotcha.
Because, like I said, there's no dog in the fight.
Understood.
So I was like, dang, this outside person is saying the same thing so-and-so been telling me for years.
Right, so there's no like emotional attachment.
There's no
like
emotional attachment.
Thank y'all for tuning in once again. It's me, your boy Kenny Harris. Let's talk about it with Kenny Harris. Boom. We got Kenny Brown in the building, a.k.a. KB. Straight out the projects. KB, thank you for coming. We got his clothing line. Let's get into it, man. Tell us about your clothing line.
Well, man, it's called Kingdom Believers Clothing. It's just about representing God, representing Christ. As you can see, it says Kingdom Believers Clothing on the front. But on the back, I have it going down the spine as well. So if you was to hold it to the light, it looks exactly like a cross. So, the whole line is just representing God, representing Christ, what he stands for. We just want, my whole vision for my clothing line is it's a brand, but at the same time, it's pushing God back into the community. Because a lot of times, people talk about how church is not there, church don't do this, church don't do that. So with my brand, I want to take certain proceeds, just say off of every shirt that's sold, $1, $2 or whatever, and I want to give that back to different organizations month by month.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just so people can start seeing, okay, they're more than just a clothing line that's taken.
Right.
Now they giving back.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? Because we done came from, get into all that a little bit later, but we done came from some tough times.
Right.
And these kids, they seeing something totally different than what I seen when I was growing up or when you was growing up.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Some of these parents might have took their STEMI and might have did some other stuff with it. You feel what I'm saying? And they forgot about the kids. So now with this, pushing that right back into the community, man, pushing it right back into the, the kids that really need it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's bigger than just you buying a shirt. Nah, you invested back into the community.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Through this.
Yeah, okay. That almost sounds like FUBU, like for you by us type deal.
In
but you know what I mean? Yeah. I like that. Because I wonder, like, man, where he get that from? I didn't pay attention to it, but I follow you on your workout journey. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I was like, I don't even need to see. You scroll, you just look at stuff.
Right.
And then, my purpose of being online is different now. So I don't even read everything. I like it. Just go through, see what I see. Okay, yeah, we're going to chop it up about that. So when did you get into church? Because like I always seen you as KB. You feel me? And I'm running through the projects and I'm like, Kenny, because you got my name.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, I just known Kenny to be one way. I looked at you as cool. You running around. You know what I mean? Like, so when did the faith come?
That started about 1999. Derek Reed, we going out getting our hair cut. Derek always in our ear. Man, you need to come over there with me. Come with me.
Right.
He always trying to guide you in the right direction.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? While you getting that cut. So, I started going over there, to church with him and stuff like that, wherever he was going at and all that or whatever. And it was always in my heart.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I went to church when I was a kid up until like 10.
Okay.
And then I heard the pastor say something about, if you only come in, twice a year, there's no need for you to come.
Oh, so you said,
if it was Easter and Christmas.
Yeah.
I was that kid.
Yeah.
Mom, I don't need to go no more because the pastor said. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's it, and I'm done. You know what I mean? So from 10 up until what we talking about? About 22, 23.
Okay.
Man, it was that time frame, and it was no God.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? There was no God, but I always believed.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But that's how I got back into or I got into God was Derek always in my ear, and I wanted to just see what was going on.
Right.
And I did my research on different religions, study Islam a little bit, study Jehovah's Witness, Buddhism,
right. Before
you
committed to anything.
Pretty much everything,
Gotcha.
to see where, where my heart was being tugged at,
Okay.
And the Bible was it for me.
All right. Why is that? Why is the Bible it for you versus everything else? Because from my research, and I did it for like school purposes, you know what I mean? Because I felt like it was easy. But anyway, I dug into it.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, it's only one God.
Yeah.
So what was it for the Bible for you? What was Christianity for you versus Allah, which is God, the Buddhists, and all that other stuff?
I think it was more just the love that I felt when I cracked the Bible open. And I'm not saying nothing else with hatred.
Yeah, I
know what I mean? Or it was evil when I opened it up.
Yeah.
But it was just more. It was more becoming to me.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Understood.
And I just felt more warmth.
Gotcha. Yeah.
When I would read or when I would pray,
Mm-hmm.
to Christ or pray to God. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Through reading the Bible versus anything else. That's where my heart was leading me to. And that's where, I just locked in at, and I just believe in that.
Got you. So, all right, you go on to D. Reed, he's talking to you, to turn your life over, man, you can do this, you can do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was you ever like, shut the fuck up because you want to do what you want to do? Nah, seriously though, because, when I was younger, I see people talking, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, man, you burning me down, like, you killing me. How was it when you gave your life over though? So you doing your research, but when you went to church, was it a feeling like, man, I'm nervous, I'm anxious, or like, I'm really about to get up when they do that altar call and you walked in the aisle? How was that?
It was good. Like, it wasn't, it was like one of those moments where you just got up.
Oh, you just know. You was ready.
Yeah, like the message hit you. You know what I mean? Pastor don't know me.
Right.
You know what I mean? He preaching from a word. You know what I mean? It's hitting everything that, I'm going through or
right.
what I may have been thinking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My life, everything. And it was like, boom, here it is,
Right, let's do it.
And you just stand up,
Yeah.
And there it is, but after that, it's not, for me, it's not just about the building.
Got you.
You got to do more. You got to do your research at home. You got to do your reading at home.
Yeah.
And that's where it kicked in for me.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Reading at home, doing my studying, concordance Bibles, different stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is where I get into trouble at because...
Oh, talk to me.
Yeah. This is where I get into trouble at because, like, I sort of challenge them in a sense. You know what I mean? And it's
Absolutely.
not in a bad way. It's because I done read the same thing you done read.
Right.
So if I read it and I may interpret it one way with another scripture or another scripture.
Right. It's contradicting itself, right?
Not contradicting itself, but scripture supports scripture.
Okay.
So because it supports scripture, and then you may tell me, the sky is green, but I got 5 scriptures that says blue. Mm-hmm. So now because you told me it's green, hey, Pastor, let me let me holler at you.
Yeah, tell me where you got that from.
Yeah.
Because I can't find it.
Yeah, because I got all this right here. And everybody, hey man, Pastor, but I'm like,
you didn't kill me with that one.
Yeah, I got to hit you with the PAS and say, Pastor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Pastor, what we doing, man?
Yeah.
So then it's like,
you had them conversations with him?
Yeah, yeah, seriously.
How do those go though? Is it
they can go?
You ever change Have you been at the same church since you gave your life over to Christ?
No, I've been multiple places.
They kicked you out? What they're like?
They didn't kick me out, but
hey, this nigga questioning everything.
I've had bad word, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Words have been spread around about me that wasn't too good.
Gotcha, yeah.
KB come over there, man. KB ain't right. KB gonna say this. I'm just being honest. Like, I'm reading something totally different than what you may be spewing out.
Gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if it's different than me, somebody else that may be a babe or don't read as thoroughly as I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to toot my own horn.
Yeah, hey,
but I'm just saying,
toot it.
they just they're not reading as thoroughly.
Yeah.
You kind of sort of looking out for that person.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to be
putting them on game.
Yeah, and to be honest, that's what this whole brand is about, honestly. Like, my spirit is more of a evangelistic, and evangelists is really not really succumb to the church, or they not really stuck in the church. They go out and get the people. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? So there's no limits on what God can do for me outside of the church by doing community outreach and stuff like that. This is still leading people back to God at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I don't have those restrictions. Not saying I'm going to go outside of the Bible, but I don't have those restrictions where, oh, well, you can't do this or you can't do that.
Right, and that's not a part of our mission here and all that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then God opens up his own thing for me when I do this, and it leads into my ministry that God will bless me with, which is called God Ordained Devil Destroyers Ministries, or God Ministries. Mm-hmm. GODD, lowercase d.
Right.
Capital G, capital O, lowercase d, capital D.
Okay.
We don't give the devil no credit.
Right.
So you got G-O-D. You got God.
When we starting this church?
We're not starting a church.
So what we doing? What is it?
It's pretty much outreach ministry.
Got you. So we out here in the community.
In the community.
We're going to push these shirts and we're going to push the word.
See,
right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because see, this leads into the ministry.
Absolutely.
Proceeds go into the community. Proceeds go to the ministry. When God opens it up and tells me to go, that's all it is. So now, I don't believe in tithing the way that we do it in church. I don't believe in that.
Hey, I'm with you.
And that's just being honest.
I had those conversations heavy.
You know what I mean? I don't believe in that, beating the people, you know what I mean, saying you're going to be blessed with, you're going to have a curse and, you know what I mean, all that according to Malachi. I don't believe all that.
Got you.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you.
So I believe in you giving from the heart.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you give what God places on your heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you was going to church in the morning and you stopped to get some coffee from Wawa, you was going to give $40 for your quote unquote tithe.
Yeah.
God says give $20 to that homeless man.
Right.
You did what God told you to do, not what man told you to do.
Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, you were still obedient to God's word.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Yeah.
So with this, I don't want no, you know what I mean? If God has me to open up a church,
Yeah.
I don't have to beat the people and say, oh, we need.
Right, yeah.
Because there's a business that's funneling
through the church.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Right, they're keeping everything afloat.
Keeping it afloat.
Yeah.
So I don't have to say, oh, you know, the lights and blah, blah, blah. Nah, it's a business that's already taking care of that.
That's right.
So whatever's on your heart, even if you got somebody to come in, a family member or somebody, or not family member, but you know what I mean, family.
Yeah.
That comes in, they don't have.
Right. Yeah.
They may be homeless.
And they looking for the church for something.
They just looking for the church for something. Now that funnels now, you know, the Bible talks about everybody being on one accord. Everybody having like the same exact thing. Mm-hmm. So if I got a pretty yellow car outside.
Yeah.
Everybody got a pretty yellow car outside.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how it's supposed to be, man. Not just one person being here, and I'm not saying they shouldn't get paid or whatever.
Yeah. Right.
But not one person just being here and everybody else is just low. And you see somebody coming in with broke, busted, disgusting sneakers,
and you taking from them.
Nobody taking care of that situation.
But you taking that money.
But that's to me, that's, you know what I mean, that's not God.
Gotcha.
That's not God.
So how was that coming into your spirituality or religion, right? But leaving an environment where it kind of wasn't cool or stuck out, right, amongst your peers. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So how was that?
It's tough. Honestly, it's tough because you get that bad label, like I was, you know what I mean, alluding to earlier. You know what I mean? You get that bad label and people sort of like disassociate themselves from you. You know what I mean? Your phone may stop ringing. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, I don't look for likes or whatever what have you, but you know what I mean, you might not see certain likes on the book no more, or the gram no more, or whatever. But you know, it kind of is what it is.
I'm talking about like in the past. So that seems more recent. So I'm gonna say, let's say back when before in your 20s and your teenage years, right? Okay. So you're running around the hood, you feel me? Yeah. So then you say, man, I'm giving my life to Christ. Now, mind you, KB, you funny, you always out and about, you know what I mean?
Right.
You with all the riffraff.
Right.
Now, how they viewing you? I'm talking about those peers, you know what I mean? And the projects, how was that? Like, was it like, man, this nigga switched up?
It was still crazy because, like, I would still go out and about and we'd still be running around, going different sides of town.
Yeah.
I got my Bible in my hand.
This
how confused I was. Like, I'm being real. Like,
yeah,
I'm confused. I'm still running around, still, you know what I mean, trying to holler at somebody, whatever, what have you. I got my Bible in my hand. Like Pastor Harden, AJ Harden, he can tell you them kind of stories, man. Like, it's like we go West Side, man, for real. I got my Bible in my hand. They about to fight, whatever. No, God wouldn't want that.
Yo, this is funny.
And then turn around later on and you ain't got the Bible and now, what club we going to? Like, that was the crazy foolishness that was going in my head because it was that kind of tug of war. Like,
got you.
You gonna come over here full time or you gonna still be over here? So it was that lukewarm.
Got you. Yeah.
You're not hot, you're not cold, you lukewarm. And
you was trying to figure it out for real.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I still want, like you said, I still wanted to still be KB.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was trying to be pulled over here, and then I want Derek to hear what I'm going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm trying to be secretive. So it was, you know what I mean? Don't tell Derek when y'all go get your haircut before I get down there. And,
yeah.
You know
so
what I
mean? Derek was a big influence on you.
Derek was big bro, man. Derek was big bro, for real. Seriously, like you know what I mean? Like I text him every now and again, let him know, like, yo, if it wasn't for you taking me out and taking me up Clay Mountain when he lived up there and all that type of stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like just coming to get me, like, and bring me back home 2-3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like he saved my life, man, for real.
Wow.
Seriously, like that's real talk. Like that's no joke. Like this dude really saved my life, man, for real.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. He did
a lot for me, man.
That somebody really wanted to see something special happen because they seen the potential in you.
Right.
Obviously, you know what I mean. So he was determined to make a change, man.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. So, when did you get married?
I got married in 2003, man.
How's that been? How's the transition? What was it that made you prepared for marriage?
Derek again.
Is that right?
Derek was, you know what I mean?
This nigga just pushing everything on everybody.
He was a married man, you know what I mean? And I'm seeing his family structure and all. I always wanted to, you know, when we came up, you know, I'm 44, man.
Okay.
You know, so in my mind, I wanted the white picket fence with, you know what I mean, with the dog running around the yard and all that type of stuff. So that was always in my mind as a kid.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? That one day I want to get married. Even though there was a gap of, you know, running around, doing this, you know what I mean, girls here and there, whatever, what have you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I always had it in the back of my mind that I wanted to be married. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I used to tell the girls around the projects, like, yo, I'm not marrying nobody from Delaware.
Why not? What's wrong with the people in Delaware? You're from Delaware.
I'm from Delaware, but I knew what we was doing.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, Derek White from Delaware. What you doing? Derek's from Delaware.
I just knew what we was doing.
What was you doing?
We was running around heavy.
What was you doing? What that mean? Man, you running around? I mean,
running around heavy.
I mean, talk to me. They don't know what that means. Nick, was you jogging? You just in the streets? I don't know.
We was running around heavy, side to side, side of town, this side of town. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Colleges. You know what I mean?
Knocking them down.
Yeah.
Were you running through them?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so
you know what I mean?
Everybody was touched. So you was like,
yeah,
it ain't nothing here in Delaware.
So it was like it wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? And I know at the same time, you know what I mean. You go somebody. Everybody possibly been touched from somewhere else. You feel what I'm saying?
You just didn't want nobody to know your wife was touched or something, or like what? Not here, not home.
Right.
Okay, so your wife's not from Delaware.
She's not from Delaware. She's from Philly.
Yeah.
She's from Philly.
Yeah, you weren't looking, boy.
I went right down Dale State, man. Went down Dale State.
You went at the Dale State parties, huh?
Dale State
was it homecoming? Man. Or was it just the parties?
It was a regular party, man.
Who was down there?
It was
Nessie. Nessie was down there, and y'all went
there. Bobo down there.
All right, so y'all was okay. We coming down on the party, huh?
Yeah, J Rock, man. It was The whole
everybody. J-Rock wasn't in school. I'm talking about who was going to school down there. I know Nessie
wasn't going to school.
Yeah, I know you wasn't down there. But I'm saying Nessie wasn't there.
Nessie was down there at the time.
Yeah. Okay, all right, yeah.
Nessie, Ronique.
Yeah.
Yeah, all them was down there.
Right, okay, yeah. So you said when the party jump on, let me know. We down.
Yeah, we down there. We was down there like every weekend, man. Like it was like we lived down, like we went to school down there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's when it, you know what I mean? I seen my wife out there and, you know, boom, there it was. I threw her my number and, you know.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, what a nice
She like me with just basic, like I just had on boots and a white tee.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? But her thing was, you know what I mean, she was tired of Philly dudes.
Right.
In a sense, you know what I mean, all dressed up, polo down and all that type of stuff. She wanted somebody that was basic.
Yeah.
And I, sure enough, was basic.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? 'Cause that's my lay. Like, I would rather go and get 3 T-shirts for $10.
Yeah.
Versus spend something.
That's right.
$40, $50 for one shirt.
Yeah, you keeping it moving.
I got 3 days.
Yeah, right.
You got one day. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was basic, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My whole thing was, man, I'm gonna get it off this. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it off this. I ain't cocky, I ain't prideful, but man, look, man, I know I look good. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, let's talk about it. You heard it here first. That's KB, yeah.
Real, man.
So what made you what was it that got you into working out all crazy? Like you very consistent, you done lost weight, you done chiseled up. Like what motivated you to do that? What happened?
That was, man, back in what was it, 2016 now? Yeah, 2016, man. Like it was around like January, I'm lying. It was January of 2016. And up until Martin Luther King is when I went to Martin Luther King Day, I went to the doctors.
Okay.
But for 2 weeks before that, and it was like the 14th. So coming into January of 2016.
Coming into the new year.
Yeah. I was going to the bathroom every half an hour, stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, something got to be off. Like, I'm talking about even at night, like I'm trying to sleep and I'm constantly running to the bathroom. Mouth is all pasty and dry. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm drinking Kool-Aid. Not knowing what's going on in my body, but I know something's wrong with my body.
Got you.
You feel what I'm saying? Go to the doctor. I get on. She checked my 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 blood sugar level.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, it says error. Never seen this. I'm on Facebook. You know, okay. She's like, just sit down, chill. You know, about 15 minutes, we'll recheck it. Rechecked it. She said, are you fine? So I'm like, yeah, I'm on Facebook. Like, what's going on? She said, I should be ready to admit you to the hospital. So I'm like, what are you talking about? She said, your sugar levels is at 588. You should be in a coma right now. I found I had diabetes.
Wow.
So diabetes and high blood, they like cousins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I got diabetes, I got high blood.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? For 6 months after that, I'm pricking myself, I'm taking the pills, all that type of stuff. I went into a depressed state. Okay. And I'm being real, I want to kill myself. I really did. I want to kill myself. Because it was such a change in, you know what I mean, in my daily routine. You can't eat no more fried foods. You know what I mean? Stuff got to be, you can't have no salt on there. So now I'm going from salt, I got to deal with this bland Mrs. Dash. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I got fish and I ain't putting nothing on the fish because I'm afraid because salt and sugar isn't everything.
Right, yeah.
So now all the food tastes the same. So I'm just depressed. I'm mad. I got to bake my food. I can't eat no fried. I got to watch the bread because bread turns into sugar at night.
Right.
Pasta. So everything already got allergic reaction to shellfish. So I can't eat no crabs. No, none of that. So I'm like, yo, like, is this going to be the rest of my life?
Yeah.
So I'm depressed.
Right.
Mentally, I don't want to do nothing. You know what I mean? So I start taking the pills or whatever, what have you, pricking myself all the time, doing all that. And my one boy, B. Blake, probably know Brian Blake.
Yeah, I know Brian.
From out Newcastle.
Yeah.
B. Blake was always hitting me in the inbox like, yo, come work out.
He's a workout horse too. That's what I tell him when I see him. I think I took his number one time I seen him out. I just put workout horse, B. Blake.
B. Blake.
Yeah.
And I wasn't trying to hear nothing he was talking about at the time. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And then once I got over that depressed mental state that I was in,
right,
then it was like, yo, you got to do something about it, man. Like, you got to take your life back. You feel what I'm saying?
Now, hold on. I got a question for you. So when you felt down and out, like you wanted to kill yourself, did you go speak to somebody?
Nah, I just kept it to myself, man.
You didn't tell your wife?
Nah.
Then you didn't tell nobody in the church? You didn't tell a deacon?
Nah.
Pastor?
Nah.
Wow, why?
Me, I've pretty much some things I'll share with people. But there's other things that I just keep to myself because I know like I'm a little bit more mentally strong than sometimes I may portray. Or,
okay.
You see what I'm
so
saying?
You was like, I want to kill myself, but I don't need to tell nobody. They gonna take it to further extent, but I'm gonna come out of this possibly.
Right.
Got you.
That type of thing.
So
now, if people got too bad, it's like, yo, I'm having crazy thoughts.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Because I can't take it now.
Got you. So your thing is, I know I had a young lady last week, and she said that when you tell people certain things or you want to, then you start to think about how will they act or respond later on down the line. So you could be perfectly fine, and 2 years go by, and then somebody like, oh, KP having a good time. I wonder if he still want to kill himself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
a handicap. They
they
don't see the crutch, but they still see the crutch.
Yeah.
Oh, he look like he doing good, but I don't know.
Yeah, right.
How you been?
Right, yeah.
You know the old school, like, how you been, baby?
Yeah, right,
you been good?
Right, yeah.
Like, yeah, what's going on? But remember you told me.
Right.
You told me don't tell nobody else.
Wow.
I still remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know what I mean? I knew it was going to be something that he's going to come out of.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, if it would got too far.
Yeah.
Thoughts like that,
I
gotta share it with somebody. You feel what I'm saying? And my wife, she's one of those people that she's gonna harbor, she's gonna keep it, and then it may keep her up at night.
Got you. Yeah. So she like, we gotta do something about this.
Right. Looking at me with a side eye, like,
yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
You're right.
It was just a quick little phase
right.
of what was happening at the time, and I can't say that everybody goes through it. I'm gonna just make an assumption.
Right.
Possibly when you just change everything, like. Everything just stops on a dime. It got to mess with your psyche.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It got to mess with your psyche at some point. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And it definitely did for me. You know what I mean? But like I said, it came up out of it. And that's where my journey with going to the gym and all that just started, man. Just started going into the gym, not knowing nothing.
So you went by yourself? You ain't go with nobody? Like
at first I went with one of my guys, Shannon.
Okay.
He took me over to Retro Fitness.
All right.
And went over there with him for a little bit. And then I started going to the Retro Fitness that was closer to me.
Gotcha.
And he was still going to the one that was on Kirkwood Highway.
Okay, so you started finding your niche a little bit?
Right. Watching other people.
Okay.
You know, sitting there, being one of those people that's sitting there on the phone and just watching other people.
Okay.
And you know how one of them. You know how people get mad at you like, man, he been over there for
he in the way. Yeah, get your ass up.
That was me.
Yeah.
I was that guy. But I was watching people and then I might tap him like, hey, yo, my man. When you was doing, what that work on?
Got you.
Because I need to know what the anatomy, you know what I mean, anatomy of the body and all that, what it did and how muscles worked and all that type of stuff. So I was learning, you feel what I'm saying, gaining knowledge by asking questions because all you can do is tell me no or I ain't got time for it, my man.
Yeah, right.
That's it. You know what I mean? Or Google it. Okay, you know what, my man, you right.
Yeah.
You got that.
Got you.
Thanks, fam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I started learning different nuances about the body. You know what I mean? Stuff like that or whatever, getting some books, YouTube videos, watching other people do their thing. Bo was a major influence.
Yeah.
Kiki, light-skinned Kiki Carter, she was a major influence because she was going hard at the time. Her and Keisha Brown, they was going hard. Tail started doing his thing.
Right.
So I was watching all those type of people, man. You know what I mean? Doing their thing or whatever. And B. Blake as well, doing his thing.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, I put in my mind, it was either you going to work out or you going to die.
Damn.
It's crazy, but that's the only way that I'm going to consistently do what I got to do.
Because you're trying to live.
I'm trying to live.
Yeah, you're trying to be here.
Because if I don't work out, what I'm going to do? I'm going to become Al Bundy.
Yeah.
I got my hand in my pants, and I got the remote like this.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to look crazy.
And then you got the chips, you got the this, you got the that.
Yeah.
And then you just eating.
You still buy that stuff?
Yeah, I still got jalapeno chips, man.
Why? Knowing that it can kill you.
I ain't let it go yet.
Huh? It can kill you.
That's a potato, man. At the end of the day, it's a fried potato.
And it's fried. And those are things that trigger your blood sugar and then your hypertension.
But we get cheat days, though.
You get cheat days? You can't cheat life, nigga.
No, I get cheat days.
You can't cheat life, though. You just said this stuff was wrong with me. I'm going to hurt myself.
Right. But my levels ain't, you know what I mean? They ain't all jacked up like they was then. Like
where you at now?
I'm good.
Okay, long as you work out.
Yeah, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Work out, you know what I mean? I may eat, just say if I eat, you know, strawberries, different stuff like that today or whatever.
Right.
Tomorrow I might have my protein where I might put chicken in my body or something like that or whatever. So I alternate.
Keep a balance.
I don't put all this craziness in there. And then
you.
the weekend I might have my fried chicken, my Popeyes, I might got my pizza.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Got
I don't eat
you.
no beef.
Okay.
I don't eat no pork.
Got you.
You know what I mean? We talking about high sodium stuff and all that. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? I limit my bread content.
Okay.
My pastas.
Are you a wheat bread guy, or you still eat white bread, or what?
Wheat.
Got you. Yeah.
However, I still, you know what I mean, food with a whole lot of water. You know,
Yeah.
Because you got to have that.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
What I mean?
Yeah.
And I definitely get my CMOS.
Yeah.
I get my CMOS.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Flushing all that stuff back out your body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, because where that mucus is at, man, that's where everything rises at. The disease stays in your body.
Yeah.
So the CMOS flush it right back out.
Good.
You know what I mean? So I help that. That's what got high blood pressure out of my system.
The CMOS?
People hate when I say that because they
So
like,
not the medication that they gave you, the CMOS.
Oh, I ain't tell you. I stopped taking the medication. I stopped taking.
No,
the medication.
you ain't tell us that.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a little Dr. Sebi on the show, yo.
Yeah. I stopped taking medication years ago, and then come to find out the metformin that was supposed to be for the diabetes is cancer causing. So every time I took it, my stomach would always get queasy. Let my doctor know, oh, I'll just take your, you know what I mean, your dosages back a little bit from like 10 milligrams to 5 milligrams. Nah, doc, this ain't working. I'm gonna just go to the gym. Well, you're like 230 pounds. I think I was like 225 at the time.
Yeah.
You need to lose 25 pounds for diabetes to get out of your report. That's where I started posting about 200 pounds. I need to get down to 200.
Yeah.
I stopped taking the pills, start working out even more
Yeah.
to get that stuff out of my body. And I was feeling good. I was still pricking myself. My numbers was great. So I started knowing how to play with my body and where it was at without the pills.
Gotcha.
Trial and error.
Yeah.
I'm not saying everybody should do it.
Right. Yeah.
I got faith. I believe.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I did for myself. With trial and error, was still pricking myself.
So how many years you ain't been taking that medication?
It's been about what? About 2-3 years now?
Wow.
Yeah.
And you good. So no diabetes medication.
No diabetes medication.
What about the hypertension medication?
There's no high blood pressure medication. She took that out of my report like a year and a half. She took it out of my report December 2019. No high blood pressure.
So
I started taking CMOS that same month. I'm being honest.
Yeah, but
I be working out too.
Yeah, so that's what it looks like. The moral of the story is you got to protect your health.
Right.
Yeah, so that's where the real money at when we in the gym and they talking about getting money.
Right.
Health is wealth.
Health is wealth.
Wow, no medication.
Yeah, no medication.
Oh,
man.
I hear that.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, diabetes is still in my report.
But you ain't got to take no medication. Your numbers are good.
She still want me to take medication.
Right, but you like.
I ain't taking no medication.
That's right. God got me.
God got me.
Yeah.
I'm at 197 right now.
Kingdom believers.
Kingdom believers. I believe in the kingdom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm at 197 right now.
I seen you 196.2, something like that. 5.
Yeah,
I was watching.
196.2.
Yeah, I was watching. Yeah,
okay.
All right.
That was today, by the way, 196.2.
Okay, yeah, all right. Yo, get yourself together, man. Just like KB did. Get up off that couch. Listen, focus on your health. Go see your physician and ask them what's wrong with you. Get all the tests ran, and then make a decision. What you gonna do? You gonna live or you gonna die, right? Let's talk about it with Kenny Harris. So, back to you, right? Mm-hmm. What is the most challenging being married?
The most challenging being married, I guess, is when it's, I would say, compromising. You know what I mean? That compromising come down to the communication. Mm-hmm. You know, we got 4 kids in the house.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, you know,
you got all babies? What?
Nah, I got a 19, I got 17.
Damn, boy.
I got one that's about to be 10.
Yeah, you met her this month. You met her and you said, let's get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She tried to say that I locked her down. I'm like, you locked me down. You made me have these kids.
Right, yeah. She seen all this. And she said, you ain't going nowhere.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need KB in my life.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, we got 4 at the crib, man. And, you know, the kids, they try to play you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, Dad, can I have? No. You know what I mean? No, boy, or no, you can't have that.
Right.
Mom said, or they go, Mom, can I?
Yeah, and
you know what I mean? So then that you know what I mean? That's
that,
where that type of stuff will come in at, where it's that compromise of, you know, what we gonna do, how we might, you know, just say buy a car or our next move, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And that type of stuff can bring friction.
Absolutely.
If you're not on the same page.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because you trying to go over here, she trying to go over there. You like,
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, we more of the analytical thinkers. Mm-hmm. We got 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line. Mm-hmm. You know, women, they in the moment.
Right.
You know, oh, I saw these shoes and, you know what I mean? They Amazon it up and all that type of stuff, whatever fashion, whatever that stuff is right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they doing all that and we like, like, we got goals. We trying to do this, that, and the third.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? We trying to leave a legacy for the kids or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Or just build something.
That's good. What's your legacy for your kids?
I just want them to do better than what I did. You know what I mean?
Would you say that's pretty easy? Would you say that is?
I'm not.
Or would you say it's tough? Like, because so when you say better than what you did, right? So I'm thinking of the projects, right? That's the first thing that come to mind for me. So you want to create an atmosphere for your kids, a community, a neighborhood where you like, man, you really don't got too much concerns around here like I did, right?
Right.
So that's easy to put your kids in a situation like that, in my eyes.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But like, as far as that legacy, what is it? What are we leaving assets for these kids? Are they going to take over Kingdom Believers and they going to run with that? Like, what's the plan for them? What's that?
That would be the legacy. Doing that, because that was my whole vision of the whole Kingdom Believers clothing, the whole brand. You know what I mean? Starting a business is to do something to leave for them.
Gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying? Where they don't have to, you know what I mean, struggle like I did or like we did coming up. You know what I mean? Syrup sandwiches, applesauce sandwiches, like they don't hear about that stuff nowadays.
Right, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's all that shit that contributed to that diabetes.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, what we eating tonight, Mom? Fast and pray. What's that? I never heard of that. Like, is that in the refrigerator? Nah, like, you know what I mean? You gonna fast and ain't nothing tonight.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, you going to bed.
So
when you get to school in the morning, they got you.
They got you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And hopefully the bus come early so you don't miss that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I just want to, you know what I mean? I just want to build something. You know what I mean? I'm grateful to God, man, that, you know what I mean? Like this has been around in my head for like 5 or 6 years, man.
Why did it take you so long? Why did you just drop it down then? Because I mean, it's a lot of people that has a lot of clothing lines out there. So many. Like what made you say, forget it now? Was it because everybody else has theirs out, or did God tell you what?
At the time, it was a lot going on at the time. You know what I mean? Like you got different goals of, you know what I mean? So I bought a house in 2015.
Okay, so more things are important than the other.
Yeah, so you bought a house, and then, you know, you got bills that come along with that, and things break down. You know what I mean? Cars start going AWOL. So it was like every time that it was about to happen,
you got to take that money in.
Something pops up. You know what I mean? Then now I got my daughter in college, and so you got all that stuff that you start planning for, and it's like, you know what I mean? You frustrated. I was getting frustrated with it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's like, yo, I know that this is going to be it for us.
That's right.
But it's when do we do it? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I filed my LLC last year.
Okay.
Of course, with COVID, all that stuff didn't, you know what I mean, didn't come back until this year.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like you said, everybody got clothing brands or whatever. But I look at it like this, you know, you got Burger King, you got McDonald's, you got Wendy's, you got Popeyes, you know what I mean? You got Chick-fil-A. They might all be on the same block.
Absolutely.
But everybody got their lane. Everybody got their niche of where they're at or what they, you know what I mean, known for selling.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
I do.
You know, so when it come to me, I know what my brand is. So I'm not jumping into nobody else's lane.
Gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying? You know, like I admire what Thoroughthreads Ron, you know what I mean? He's from the projects too. I admire what Ron do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Ron got his lane. He got his people.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Carry my own weight. He got his own people.
Right.
You know what I mean? The new guy, the young boy, Green Box crew. He got his own people.
Yeah, that's my man Nut, man. What's up, Nut, man? Yeah, I hit him up, man. Nut need to come on the show.
Yeah, everybody got their lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mine's just Kingdom Believers.
That's right.
If it don't gravitate and take over with the young crowd, it don't take over with the young crowd.
That's right. You got the older crowd.
You feel
you
what
got
I'm
the
saying?
mature people.
And then
you got the people who really believe in the Bible and the book. You know what I mean?
And then at the same time, you know what I mean? You got these different sites. You got Etsy and all
that. And we gonna push this, huh?
We gonna push it.
Yeah, we gonna pump.
But I don't see it as a, you know what I mean? I don't see it as just a Wilmington, Delaware type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see it as being worldwide.
That's
you feel
right.
what I'm saying? And,
yeah.
and that's just being real. But like I said, everybody got their lane, man.
That's right.
So, you know what I mean? I just stay in minds. You know what I mean? And when you think about when the car companies came out, you know what I mean? It was 100 and something.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Now you got the big three.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But they was all eating at some point. So if I eat for the next 5 years, okay, it may go into something else.
That's right.
This is the LLC.
Yeah,
so we can start here as an umbrella, but now we branch into, you know what I mean, whatever
Absolutely.
else. So, you know what I mean?
Educate the people, man. You know what I mean? Listen, man, we got a good one here today, man. He coming, he dropping all dimes and gems and all that. You know what I mean?
I ain't afraid to talk.
Hey, man.
I love to talk.
And we appreciate that. And you always could run your mouth. I remember that as a kid. I'm like, that's Kenny. That nigga talk. Maybe that's where I got it from. I don't know. When I talk, blame him, man. It's the guy who did it right here, man.
You know where it came from, though?
What?
You know we had a spit game back in the day.
You know what?
So because you had a spit game, you had to constantly talk. So they're like, you know, I got a man. What's a man got to do with me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm about. So you had all that going on. So, you know, we just talked.
Yeah, you right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we just talked. And, you know, we could go into a room with, you know what I mean, people that we don't even know.
Yeah.
And, man, we going to light it up.
You know what? That's crazy, too, because I like to talk, and I'm like that. And the people always want to text, or sometimes I got to call people. I'm like, nah, man, I had to call you. No, so because I can't text all that. And they be like, well, it was just a yes or no.
Right.
I'm like, well, fuck it. Anyway.
Right.
Yeah, so this is yes, and this is why. But why did you send what you said? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I can't just sit there and text and all that, go back and forth, man. Let's have a conversation.
It's more personal.
It is.
I think it's like impersonal. Like, you know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah, I need a feeling. I need to feel something. I need to see where you at.
Because then I got to read through the text. Like,
and try to decipher that.
And I'm hearing your voice.
Yeah.
And I know your personality.
Are you yelling at me?
You yelling at me? Even though you didn't use all caps?
Is that right?
You feel what I'm saying? Because I know how you talk.
That's right.
And I'm looking at how we was just communicating.
That's right.
You send that.
Yeah, you trying to be passive aggressive and shit.
You feel what I'm saying?
Now I got to talk to you. I got to see you. So should I do or FaceTime you? Which one?
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this.
Yeah, I got
It's okay. Yeah.
I hate dumb phones. I hate iPhones. They dumb phones.
It's okay. I got both, and I like them both though. I think the
Android,
iPhone is dwelling on me.
Okay.
And it's good though. Yeah. So them iPhone, they used to be like, yeah, well, your text take long when you, and then it pops up green, blue, whatever.
Bubbles and all.
But they come, you know what I mean. But they all right though. I like them. And then depending on what business you're doing,
okay.
I like that iPhone for that. Them emails and your bullet points and all that. I got to go find it and make it up on the joint. You know what I mean?
I got to get on your level to get 2 phones though. Yeah, I'll get there one day.
You know, you there because I'm quite sure you said you got 4 kids at home, your wife and you. That's 6 cell phone bills you playing. It's okay.
That is real.
Yeah. You on that level? It's okay. Yeah, you there? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's almost like a mortgage payment every month. You're like, come on. Do we need another new phone?
Yeah.
Put this $40, $50 on the bill? Like, yeah.
So what was it like transitioning from KB to Kenny? Or do you still feel like I'm KB? Did you ever that alter ego or something like this? That KB is a different life and Kenny is a more mature individual.
It was tough at first because you still, you know what I mean, you got married. And
was that quick? Did you get married fast? Like
no.
Away,
it took I met my wife in 2000 and we got married in 03. So it was 3 years.
Oh, 3 years, all right.
Shout out to Connor Williams.
Who
you know what I mean? My guy.
Okay.
He get his hair cut at Derek's too as well.
Okay.
But God laid on his heart, you know what I mean? I was in there talking about certain things or whatever, what have you, and man, like, yeah, he blessed me with something, man.
Is that right?
I mean? Yeah. But
shout out to Con Williams then, man.
Yeah,
blessing
man.
people out here, man. You know what? This guy right here, he was blessed by a lot of people. He gonna show a lot of love. He remember all those names, and he putting it out there. You know what I mean? If nobody show love, we know Kenny do, or is it KB? Which one?
It's Kenny, man.
Okay, Kenny, man.
But yeah,
Kenny Brown, all right?
Brown, yes.
Yeah, it's Kenny Harris, it's Kenny Brown.
It's Kenneth Brown.
Oh, Kenneth Brown.
Yes, Kenneth.
All right. Hey, I stand corrected.
But you know what I mean? But just transitioning over, man, like, you know what I mean, you still got from everything you was doing to now you, even though I was, you know what I mean, still with my wife, girlfriend at the time for 3 years, you still, everything that you was doing and all that type of stuff, you still had like residue in a sense when you still got married.
So when you still was fucking?
No, I was, huh?
Was you still fucking? What
No,
you
I wasn't
mean?
messing with nobody or nothing like that.
All right.
You feel what I'm saying? But still, it was...
The thoughts?
You still got thoughts. You still, you know what I mean? You still got people you don't mess with. All that stuff is all in you. You know what I mean? You got soul ties, as we call it in the church world.
Okay.
You got soul ties.
Okay.
You know what I mean? To a lot of people. You feel what I'm saying? If you was messing around and doing this and doing that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
you was doing a lot of fucking then back then, boy. God damn.
So, you know what I mean? Sometimes you make...
You sitting heavy game. Yeah, you was doing a lot of fucking. I mean, hey, I'm just, you know, forgive me, God. You got to... Hey, but yeah, you was. Yeah, a lot of soul ties. That sounds very intimate and physical.
Yeah,
that's a damn.
That's what it was, intimacy.
Yeah, I see you had a lot. Yeah, you had a lot of soul ties then, my man. You were struggling. So you were struggling. So it was you got these soul ties, right? You got all these broads that you was knocking down. Now your wife is here. You got her in Delaware. Well, she came on her own. And you building. I'm in this relationship. But they see you or they hit you online, whatever the case may be, and it's still like, I want that old thing back.
No, you know, Facebook and stuff like that, that stuff went around like 03, 04. Like, I didn't get on there until like 07.
Oh, that's 06. Right. Yeah, it wasn't, because I remember like when I first went to school, that's when it got popular.
That's when it was all that Black Planet and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't on that heavy MySpace. Yeah,
I wasn't fooling with none of that type of stuff. Like, I was totally offline.
So they just seen you out and about. What was it? You was dealing with that? Like
if you see somebody, struggle? Yeah, if you see somebody out and about, you know what I mean, and you might, you know what I mean,
they like,
might get that little pattern, like boom, you ain't seen them in a while.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Everybody thought I moved out of state, you know what I mean, all that type of stuff, because I was offline. Nobody knew nothing. I was just working and just going right back home, whatever, what have you. So when you see somebody,
right,
you feel what I'm saying? Something might be like, nah, like, I got a wife at home. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But instantly at that moment, you see somebody that you used to deal with or whatever,
and it
what
was
have
like we
you.
had a little spark.
You know what I mean? Or you had a nice relationship at the time or whatever, what have you. Something, you know what I mean? Something triggers at the moment. You feel what I'm saying? That's just being real.
There's a trigger in the moment like, damn, this could have been me and you. Like, I'm together now and I got my shit together and this what you always wanted?
Nah.
Or do they approach you like that?
That's more prideful. I wasn't operating in pride like that.
Oh, yeah?
That, to me, that's more prideful.
I mean, but you say that's operating in pride, but you know who you are. Just like you said, like, you going to get a chick off of this. You was never worried about your life. You like, it is what it is and I got this.
Right.
So... You wasn't confident in yourself at the point? Like,
no, I was always confident in myself. But my mindset wasn't to look at, you know what I mean? Or even try to go into that direction or whatever. Like, it might have been boom, boom. Like, oh, my God. Like, that's such and such.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, how you doing? Boom. You know what I mean? Like, my humility level at the time was just like here.
Gotcha.
It was just work, home, I read, you know what I mean? Stay to myself, whatever, what have you. I was offline. Everybody thought that I lived in Philly. When they would see me, AB, I ain't seen you in so long. How was Philly? When
why
you
they
come
think
back
you
down?
live in Philly?
Because they heard that my wife was
from Philly. Oh, so they
thought I moved out of state because nobody seen me.
Right, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So because I was so offline like that,
yeah,
it just created that humility where it was just me, her, we built a family.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that when I was sitting there, like, oh, you met. No, I didn't go that route. You know what I mean? Because it was like I was trying to get out of there. You know what I mean? Like, hey, how you doing? Boom. Okay, all right. It might have been you know what? I got to go. You know what I mean? Because I don't want nothing to jump off. I don't want nothing to hear.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, that type of thing. But
you want to avoid that at all costs.
At all costs.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. So how was it creating that family that you always wanted? Like, what does that feel like, and what does that mean to you, coming from your circumstances, from the projects to where you at now?
It's great, man. It's great. I always wanted a daughter.
You got one daughter? Is it two?
No, I got 2 daughters and I got 3 sons.
Damn, boy, you got 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 4 of my wife and I got 1 outside of my wife. Before my wife.
Okay. I mean, hey, we ain't judging you.
Yeah, no.
Why you ain't stick with her then? The son's mine.
That's project stuff, man. That's when you were just running around, man. So
okay,
you know what I mean?
It wasn't all right. It was never like we was together type thing.
Right? Yeah,
man.
You just running around type stuff.
Okay. So has your son ever been like, yo, why why you and my mom ain't working out? Do you ever tell him like, man, that was just project stuff?
Nah,
or is it?
He might know now. You know, he older. You know, what I mean, 20 years old. So you know.
Okay, but you, he might know, but he ain't asked me, and I ain't telling.
Yeah, so, you know what I mean. That ain't no conversation I had with him. Like, yo, your mom, me, nah.
So was it okay? Well, since y'all was never together and it wasn't like that, was it always just a good relationship or cool?
No, she was cool.
Because
so it was cool. Yeah,
that was great then.
Yeah, it wasn't no, you know what I mean, no hatred, no.
Right, yeah, we know we get into and we raising this kid and this is what it is.
Yeah, no wham bam, thank you ma'am type of thing, and then that was it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or whatever. It wasn't all gravy or whatever. I didn't find out about my son until he was 7 years old.
Why?
She had him, you know what I mean, and
did she know it was yours the whole time? She put it on another man?
Yeah.
So it didn't work out, and then it's like,
she moved out of state, and I ain't see her, and then I seen her sister, and her sister let me know, you know what I mean? Like, hey,
you found out by the sister?
Yeah, you got a son, you know what I mean? Got in contact, and boom, bam, and kind of find out he was my son. You feel what I'm saying? And because I didn't have a father growing up, you feel what I'm saying? And my motto was I was never gonna leave a child out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I try to do what I could do. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
But at 7 years old, you know what I mean, and whoever else may be influences in the ear and stuff like that, it's been rocky for 13 years. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, so you're still trying to build something, and then him coming into his own, you're dealing with him with maturity and him thinking he's a man and he's not understanding life.
Right.
And then it was, you know.
Then you had the conversations and all that where it's like, you know what I mean, you still an adolescent right now, so when you get probably above 25,
you will understand, and
you
may
be able to understand, and the conversations may come back or whatever, what have you. And I'm still here. I'm gonna be me.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm not never going because you my child. You feel what I'm saying? I'm never going to shun you away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I just gotta let you mature
and figure it out
and figure it out. And then you hit me up, hey pop, dad, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I'm understanding what you were saying, and I wasn't trying to hear it at the time. I was angry, or you know what I mean, whatever, what have you. You feel what I'm saying?
And it's crazy that he's more angry at you, but I think the anger should be towards mom because mom knew the whole time. But not just to not to get on mom.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
But if that's if that's all you know, you can't go at what you know, because that's where all my love is directed at. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know, so you know what I mean, I can take that. I'm a man. You feel what I'm saying? I can take that. You know what I mean? I can take whatever heat that'll come if you don't like me, or you know, whatever. Even if you want to cuss me out, whatever it is, you feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna still be the same man because I know that's youth speaking. Mm-hmm. But when you mature, you're going to eat them same words and you got to apologize for them, whether I'm here or not.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I'm not here, I pray to God it don't turn into regret, and then it leads you down to a wrong road, because, you know, that's how people get into drugs and all that.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, you know.
That's pretty deep. That's a good one. That's pretty deep. So, you found out he was 7.
He was 7.
You was already married at the time?
Yeah, I was married at the time.
How did your wife take that? How was that?
That was a tough transition, man.
Yeah, how did you even break that down? Because you probably already got kids by this point, too.
Yeah.
And you thinking that you got, this is my oldest, but you really got an oldest. And
yeah, that was
y'all
tough,
not even knowing.
Yeah, that was tough, because it was like, it made it look like I was being sneaky. Like you know what I mean? Like I did something.
But you ain't know.
I know, but you know, women are more emotional than what we are. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, they harbor feelings a little bit differently. You know what I mean? So here we are building a family. You feel what I'm saying? We got 2 kids at home. You know what I mean? And then now everything get turned upside down, because now, you know what I mean, you go from being a married household to a blended household.
Family. Yeah.
And then now with that blended family, you know what I mean, you got to deal with a baby mom.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And all that type of stuff. So it was a different transition. You feel what I'm saying? That took some years for it to finally get to where, you know what I mean, everything was cool and kosher. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of sleepless nights, a lot of crying in the shower. You know, that's where we do our crying at, in the shower. I'm gonna cry in the shower.
You gonna cry in the shower?
I'm a man.
You said you and a man. I don't know. Like I've cried, and I don't think I ever cried in the shower. I don't know. Am I not a man yet? I don't know.
That's where I gather my thoughts. You know what I mean? Boom, bam, boom, bam. And then you might just think about some stuff like that. You know what I mean? Going on, you just like, You know, it might not be a laugh. You're not doing all that, but you just like, you know.
Yeah, you're going to let
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
Why this, why that? And, you know what I mean? And you trying to think some thoughts, and next thing you know, you might have been 10 minutes at the shower like this. Like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's where I, you know what I mean? That's where I get my little release at, man. You know what I mean? I can gather my thoughts and, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, I done had a lot of crying days, man. You know what I mean? Going through that whole transition.
Got you.
You feel what I'm saying?
So that transition, it comes, it just sting you like a bee. Boom.
Right.
How long did it actually tell you to, like, for you to tell your wife? Did you tell her the same time you found out?
I told her as soon as I found out, yeah.
Oh, so you seen the sister, you was like, I gotta talk to you when I get home? Or was it like, I just ran into such and such and back?
No, not that, nah. When I first got that, and this was, you know what I mean, at the time, I'm like, 30? Yeah, 31. So I don't want to push that from the gate. So when I get that information, you know what I mean, I do go ahead and call or whatever, what have you. And I set up, because I don't want to just, I might got a job, and then I don't have a job.
Oh, right. Yeah,
that's a lot of food. No, so it's like,
I'm not gonna tell you until I find out. Yeah.
How many other people that might be out there? So it was one of those like, yo, I got to find out and be 100% sure.
Yeah.
Before I bring this home and say, yo, baby, this is what this is.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I went out and got the blood test done by myself.
Okay.
And then once the paperwork came back in, then I presented it to my wife.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
And then it was like, this was the whole story. This what happened.
Yeah.
And then, dang.
You know what I mean? But still, that's a lot to take in. You feel what I'm saying? We building this family, then now all of a sudden, you got a job.
Right.
And then
we ain't even never know nothing about this. Like,
and then before that, before I even got the blood test back from my son, we had just took a blood test for another child that wasn't mine like 6 months before that. So
oh shit!
It's like how many people are you?
So you really was out here fucking crazy like this? Like you really was? You know what? I tell you, boy, the church people, y'all be out here doing y'all thing.
Don't put that on the people.
I'm glad that it's all people. I'm not judging them.
Don't judge all the people.
They know what be going on and how they be talking and what be happening out here, man. And I ain't letting you off the hook. Fuck that. But I see why you gave yourself to God, and that more of us should as well. You know, but shoo, boy, you was a mess. You really was a mess. So somebody was like, "This is yours from back in the day," and
so and I presented that as soon as I got that.
Oh, okay. So you said I ain't gonna make that same mistake.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it the same way. You know what I mean? This time, and then it come to, you know what I mean, not to be the same time. Then it's like, okay, that's two people. How many other people that may be out there?
So, did you ever tell your wife when you met her, when y'all got together, or before you married her, like, man, listen, I was out here? Like, did you tell her that? Because
did I?
I don't think he did.
I'm trying to remember.
I don't think he did.
I don't know. She'll probably talk to me about it after she see all this. But yeah, like I think I told her, you know what I mean, I ran around. You know what I mean? I don't think she knew to the extent of.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, just like you were being very vague when I asked you, you running around.
Yeah, I don't think
I don't know what running around is. You know what I mean? I jog. You know what I mean? I work out like you, so that's what I think when I hear running around.
I was running a marathon. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow!
I thought it was a quick little 40-yard dash or something. You know what I'm saying? And Joker did a whole 5K.
Yes, you did. Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah.
Boy, you all right? You tired?
I'm good, man. I feel good, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think because that was back in the day. Ain't nobody use no rubbers, boy. You would, you know what I mean? You dust them off, man. We got to pay homage when we see Kenneth Brown in the community.
People still around and they ain't got no diseases.
Yeah,
and, you know,
yeah, that's good, man. Just to have that diabetes and hypertension, but you getting rid of all that because you're working out, you're staying strong.
Right.
So where can we find all this good stuff at, though? Like, how can we get in contact with you?
I don't have my website up yet.
But what you got up yet?
I got my Instagram.
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Kingdom Believers Clothing. And then
spell that for them. I don't know if they can spell that.
Man, it's right there, man. I ain't got to go through all that. KINGDOMBELIEVERSCLOTHING.
Yeah, there we go. Boom.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
And then my personal page is God Ken, GODDCAN, God Ken. Either one of them, they can inbox me. You know what I mean? Whatever. I press all my stuff. You know what I mean? I don't get it made. I press all my stuff.
Okay.
I make it all custom order as they put it in. I make it. If I got to send it out, you know what I mean, to different states or whatever, what have you, I do all that. I do my deliveries.
Yeah, I see you.
know what I mean?
You real heavy out there to just put it out.
Right.
You're getting a lot of money for the community that he's going to get back.
Yes,
and
he's definitely going to get back. Yes,
hopefully to this organization right here. Let's talk about it with Kenny Harris podcast. You know what I mean?
Phones.
So we can eat. You know what I mean?
You got 2 phones.
For us. You know what I mean?
You got 2
For
phones.
us. So we can eat together. You know what I mean? Us. All of you that watch this, hopefully it's thousands and millions of people because we're going to show love. You know what I mean?
But you got 2 phones.
And you got 6.
I got 1. Yeah, that's a family plan.
Hey, man, you got 6 phones. You the man of the house.
I don't have 2 personal phones.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't have 2 personal phones.
And one's for business. One's personal. You see that?
Okay, all right. Okay, all
yeah.
Right. I'm learning. You just learned me something.
Oh, you should get another phone. You know what? Because you got your LLC.
Right.
Boom, man.
There it
business
is.
phone.
You learned me something again.
Kingdom believers. You know
That's
what I mean?
Yeah.
GOD. Capital D, because we're not giving the devil no love at all.
That's right.
So, listen, we're going to end this show. Hopefully, everybody got something today from Mr. Kenneth Brown. Obviously, when you look at the Bible, you really want to open it up and you want to study it, right? You want to highlight it. You want to underline stuff. You want to compare it to other scriptures and other Bibles, the newer version, the older version, this version, that version, because you want to make sure that all of the information is accurate, okay? Also, we do not discriminate against any religion or spirituality, faith-based, none of that, all right? We do like to laugh and joke on the show, obviously, but don't want to disrespect or offend anyone. But make sure you do your research, man. Go out there just like Kenneth did, and you want to check out and see which one fits you best, man. So we're going to end the show like that. We're going to thank Kenneth Brown for coming. We'll see you next time. Once again, you know we at the Cigar Lounge, 1624 Delaware Avenue, Wilmington, Delaware. Thank you. Have a good day.